Beautiful friends, good evening, good afternoon, maybe somewhere it is a good morning where you're watching. Welcome, welcome to the channel. So, today's topic is women are reciprocators, not initiators. I already posted quotes in a reel today, and we are talking about this again. One second. We are talking about this once again. Thank you, Lee. Yeah, I just switched off this. Wait, I just switched off the lit up filter because it looks crazy in the daytime. YouTube has this one filter that is it adds a lot of light, and it's kind of fun to use if you walk somewhere at night, but in the daytime it looks insane. So thank you. Don't know how to read your name, Volks. He says loves the eye makeup. Thank you so much. Yes, we are in a blue scene today. CCGB darling, thank you. I'm originally from Kiev, Ukraine, but I live and broadcasting from US, and on my channel we talk about a lot of different things, and polarity between men and women is one of them. I believe that society could benefit if we go to the very roots of our nature and work with it rather than against it. It's kind of like going upstream and going downstream. I would much rather go downstream and enjoy the ride that use all of my energy try to prove something to someone and have to go upstream my entire existence, with my entire using the energy of my entire existence. Welcome, hello, hi Mark, good to see you, thanks for stopping by. I'll make my report in a little bit. Welcome everybody. Hi David. David says perfect timing. Just finished work. Absolutely. I'm so glad. Yes, I'm not able to go live later today, so I thought that's my only time I can do it. Cool. So sad what happened to your fellow countrywomen in your USA last month. Yeah. I know that's is I talked about it, and there is more to say. There is a lot to learn from such uncalled for tragedy. Yes. Darren says love from Scotland. Hello, Scotland. Yes, I'm originally from Kiev, Ukraine. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. So I'm gonna put my attention to comments that make sense or just even polite. Everything else, I trust my Shari, my beautiful moderator, to handle. If you are disrespectful or doesn't make any sense, you might be in a timeout. So if you don't want to be excluded from a conversation, don't do that. So we do have a topic today. We are talking about the nature of men and women, and in particular that women are very much reciprocators, especially those women who are in touch with their feminine side, that did not give up their femininity because of trends. It's always makes me laugh when people try to deny the woman's nature, the woman's desires because of modern trending things. No matter what the trends are, no matter of social conditioning, we still have our desires, our mental capacity is still very different, even with all the bad influence that is destroying men's masculinity and women's femininity. Wait. Even with all of this, we are still deeply rooted in our nature. And so today I want to share with you something. So I'm helping one of my clients looking through his history of his communication. He is not getting the result he wants, and so he sent me a screenshot of his texts, and he asked me, where do I go wrong? Why this lady had so much interest in me, and now she barely wants to go out? What is this? Yeah, I think it's something very strange, very weird. Yeah, people do all kinds of things to distract the life. But anyway, so my client was asking me for 1 second. Yeah, have to time out a fake YouTube chat service. People do all kinds of things to disrupt. So I was asked why so often, what do you do as a man that you make a woman fall out of love, fall out of excitement? You know, why is it in the first moments of communication a woman is excited to see you, and then what is it that you do that very often she falls out? We are talking today about the first meeting. We are talking today about early communication, because it has a huge difference, early communication and later communication, when you already have connection, rapport, you already understand so many things about each other, you're comfortable with each other, you know each other's personality, and so on and so forth. So in this case, this man was inviting a lady, he was consistently reaching out to her, he was pursuing her with his messages, I mean, with his communication. He was very, he has a good dynamic, but he failed twice, and I want to tell you where he failed. He was going back and forth pretty consistently with a lady. They were setting up a meeting. She is, one of the days she is not responding, day or two, and he is afraid to double text. You know, he listened probably to all these gurus, to all those pickup artists, and he is afraid to double text. And I told him, anything that comes to a woman's safety, there is no, it's not about being a pickup artist. We are not trying to reinvent the wheel. If the lady you've been talking to consistently does not reply, it's your duty as a man to reach out to her and make sure she's at least okay, to make sure that she is safe. If this lady, maybe she was on a trip, maybe she was somewhere, uh, she, if you not sure what is going on, you will never look weak if you check in and make sure the lady is safe. It's actually very weak of a man to not step up and ask. For example, if your communication, your dynamic in communication is, let's say you talk every day, maybe twice or 3 times a day, you exchange messages, or maybe you exchange messages or voicemails every evening, or something like that. You have certain cadence, certain consistency, and then the lady disappears. It's actually very it's very telling that you don't have that you don't trust your own masculine confidence to reach out to her, making sure she's doing okay. You're not going to look like you are something is wrong with you. You're going to look like you're a man who cares about a woman that you're talking to. It's very important. The problem with these with a lot of relationship gurus is they forget one thing, and the things that they forget is I'm sorry, is a human factor. Very, very important, and most important thing probably that people forget, it's human factor. That something to remind yourself, if you don't know what to do, you're not sure about someone's culture, you're not sure about someone's rules or etiquette, one thing you should be sure of is your own masculinity, and always guiding with it, because you cannot be changing yourself and be another person. Depends on the circumstance. If you're truly rooted in your masculinity, if you truly a strong and focused person, you will not be changing yourself, changing in your approach, uh, trying to be molded, trying to appeal. You have to stand in your core beliefs. If you're a man, if you're a protector and provider, and you're talking to a woman, you definitely want to make sure that first of all she's well. That is number one, very important. So this is where he made a mistake, and she kind of got very disappointed when she didn't hear from him. And interestingly enough, she actually, not her but a friend of her, got into an accident, a minor one, but still there was disruption, there was a circumstance, and he did not even reach out to ask, because he didn't want to, be he didn't want to overstep. But you never overstep when you act with your manliness. You never overstep. Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Write some good questions, write some good comments, and I will read them. I have my moderators to take out the creeps. Unfortunately, there is a lot of them. I'm gonna say the second mistake, and then I'm gonna read your comments. The second mistake is very simple. They were going to meet, and it's actually very, very common. It's basically a common story. Instead of telling her how they're gonna meet, where they're gonna meet, making a plan, he was implying to her that, well, we're gonna figure out how we're gonna meet. What did he say? We're going to figure out how we're gonna meet. We're gonna plan something. No, not we, you. As a man, when a lady gives you a day, let's say she told you, I'm available this Saturday, or I'm available this Sunday, or I'm available Tuesday night, you say, great. You go to her location, you look some nice place, you want to invite her, you make a plan, and you reach out to her with a plan and a time. She already told you enough. She told you the day that she is available, the day and the time when she is available. There is no we. If you want to lead with your masculinity, there is no we, maybe, let's think about it. No, there is something so powerful about a man who is not shy to make a move and plan. It's a very little thing, but a woman mechanism of choosing a man, it's actually it's very subconscious. What is planning a date is not like buying a cow or buying a house, or buying a car even, but it tells so much for a woman about man's character. In United States and Western countries, a lot of men think that, oh well, in order to be polite, I need to ask her, I need to run it by her, I need to get her approval. And this is where you get it wrong. You don't need her approval. If, for example, for some reason she chose something, you chose something that is completely wrong for her. Let's say you picked a restaurant and she has allergy for crawfish or something, or shellfish, she'll let you know. And then immediately your second option will probably be perfect. But most women would rather go to a place that maybe not exactly perfect for them, then go back and forth. I'm gonna book this, no, I'm gonna book this. I'm gonna come with this car, I'm gonna come with another car. I'll pick you up, you will pick me up, my mom will pick you up. Like this going back and forth, you attack the chemistry that you have is going to very quickly diminish, because it's a subconscious mechanism. She might even not understand why is that she felt so attracted to you before you start asking all these questions, you know. She might wonder what, she might herself wonder why is that she felt so attracted to you. Maybe you have a very masculine voice, maybe you're a charismatic man, maybe you have that, you know, charm. Some men, they have this you know, certain, they maybe not handsome in a way of being like a Hollywood actor, but some men, you know, you also have your something about your personality, something about you, something charming about you. So sometimes ladies don't even know what it is, but most of them don't. I never had a friend of mine, you know, one of my girls telling me, you know, I broke up, I lost interest in this man because he was way too masculine. He took too strong of a decisions, so I realized he's not for me. He really knew what he was doing. I realized, no, that's not the man I want. This is not ever the case. I have not heard it. I'm not friends with women who are feminist or men hating or women hating, because I find them very unsettling. I don't even know what to do with them. I cannot be friends with women who, you know, don't have a basic love and logic. But on the other hand, from every woman I've ever met in America, of all the nationalities, I've never met a woman that told me, you know, I broke up with this man because, yeah, he just was way too masculine. His lead was too strong. His decision ability was too sharp. His timing was too good. His planning ability was just too immaculate. So, yeah, I broke up with him. I'm yet to hear that. And from my own experience, personally, for me, is nothing more disappointing when a man, not a client, not somebody I work with, but a man in my life asks me for advice, what we should do, where we should go, where he should pick me up, and so on and so forth. So yeah, let's talk about this. I don't want it to be a monologue, so I'm coming right in the chat. Steven asked, where is the bubbles? I don't know if we still have bubbles, but usually we'll do bubbles on this channel when I would get a super chat. Yeah, usually it would be a super chat or super sticker. We would do bubble reaction on the channel, but I do not see the filters and I do not see the bubbles. I think maybe if I stream horizontally, maybe it still gives you bubbles is one of the filters, so I don't use a filter right now. By the way, thank you whoever said I have Botox. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I take it as a great compliment, especially that it's apparently free for me. Nature Botox. Someone says I hear Russian accent. Well, yeah, I guess Slavic. Wait, let's see. You can call it Russian. I'm both Russian and Ukrainian, but I'm originally from Ukraine. All right, so this is the topic today. What do you guys think? I think that in United States, a lot of men honestly strip their masculinity from themselves. Because you're so worried when a woman would think about you, you're becoming such a people pleaser that you're becoming very weak. I don't ever recommend this. If the woman will be displeased with your decisiveness, she is simply not for you. 9 out of 10 women still, despite of the times we're living in and all of this, 9 out of 10 women want a masculine man. Nine out of 10 women want a man who wants to take decisions. Of course, I mean, I have not met an exception. Please, if you meet an exception, let her write me an email. Never met an exception in my life. And I've never felt more attracted in my life to men who take decisions, who don't ask you silly questions. Do you need help? Can I help you? Can I support you? Why do you ask? If you want to do something, just do it. It's so simple. Some names, guys, unfortunately I cannot read. So yes, if you want to have a mini consultation, I used to never offer this before, but if you want to have 10-15 minutes consultation, or you want me to send you a voicemail or a short, very structured answer, I can do it on my coffee site. I hope my trusty CCGB can post a link to my coffee site. So I was helping this client from the side. He sent me screenshot of his conversations because this lady pretty much started to fade. Her interest started to fade, and I told him exactly where he went wrong. I told him exactly where he went wrong because he made two mistakes. He did not follow his masculine instinct to check on her safety when he didn't hear from her for a couple of days. And second was that he fell into a beta ways when it comes to setting up a date. Guys, setting up a date, setting up a first meeting, it is so important. Just enjoy, go full, full I don't know, Jason Momoa. I don't know, I find him very attractive due to his manly appearance. I don't really know his views, I don't know much about his personality, but that kind of attractiveness, even if you don't look like this, imagine that you are that guy, you are that man. So don't ask for a woman to hold your hand when you plan a date, because you throwing off the balance, the polarity, the desire of her. We love feeling the tension, the desire, the polarity is the most amazing feeling. We getting just as much joy from feeling that than from other things, that we can experience with a man, because that tension set us on fire. When you ask us for advice, when you ask us for solutions, you really diminish that tension. It's like you have this delicious drink and you just pour water in it. Let's say, I don't know, what drink do you want? What drink do you like? I don't know, your favorite drink, hot or cold. You enjoy that taste so much, but when you put a doubt, indecisiveness, it's like you pour in the water and you water it down, and it's like, don't really want it anymore. No, ninja, but I take, as I said earlier, I consider applications. So keep that in mind. I'm in the process of considering applications. Would your parents accept Jason Momoa if you brought him home? I'm sure they would. Again, I don't really follow Hollywood. I don't know first thing about him. I just would say that he's handsome and very masculine. And well, there are men like this in the world that have that, maybe don't look exactly like him, but has that masculinity. He has this wolf masculinity factor. But every woman have her own type. Some ladies like a nerdy guy, and if you're a nerdy guy but you have that strength, if you're a nerdy guy, you're smart, you're intellectual, but you have that strength in you, you will turn on the woman that is into intellectual guys, because the combination of you being intellectual, let's say you don't look like Jason Momoa, but in her mind, if you add decisiveness and desire, you will bring a desire in her by adding two kind of rare two things that could be rare in one person. That is, you know, being intellectual, being deep, smart, great conversationalist, and yet that you could be a total nerd, you know, had total nerd interest, but if you have that strength, decisiveness, it is just, it can put your heart on fire when you claim that. The thing is, I'm not suggesting you to be somebody else. All I'm saying is that when you stop playing small, you really step into that, you will put your heart on fire. So you can really be any type. You can be the nerdy, the smart type, the intellectual types. There are ladies who love that, but very often that type comes with social awkwardness. You know, when is the guy's intellectual, but he is not, she loves talking to him, but he's socially awkward. So if you're a guy who is socially awkward or a bit introverted, you can learn these skills. You can learn these skills. Okay, I'm going to read comments. Yeah, so if you want my mini consultation or you just want to support the channel, feel free to reach out to me on my Coffee site. If you would like to highlight your comment here, so I 100% read your comment, you can do it with a super chat. This way I will catch it because it will come in color. Unfortunately, I have so many comments that nowadays that I cannot see all of them, but I'm gonna try to read what I can reach. Yeah, unfortunately, I wish that all the comments could stay, but when I make a point, I really want to finish the point before I read the comments. So, all right. Somebody says, are you okay with revealing your age? Ninja, are you okay with revealing your bank account and the password to it? If you are, we are on the same page. All right. Thank you, darling. Thank you, CCGB. Hello from Queens, New York. Hello. Thanks, Justin. There is someone for everyone out in this world. I hope you will find that someone if you haven't already. Thank you, Monologic. I completely agree with you. It's very, very true. Sometimes I feel lonely and I'd take... All right. Okay. Hi, new here. Can you say my name? Hi, hi, Mariam. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Wait. All right, man, I wish I had some amazing comments, but they're all passed. I like your positivity. Yesterday was a bad day. I don't know. I hope it's better. Thank you. Yay! Super chat from my trusty Lance. Lance, thank you so very much. I don't know if you knew that my channel is now monetized again, in a good standing again, and YouTube is starting to allow me to reach new subscribers, and I appreciate you. Lance have been here since, I'm afraid to think how many years. I don't know, Lance, how many years you here, so I feel especially appreciated with your super chat, for you sticking with this channel for so long. And Lance is saying, Son of Republic, he's saying, always good to see and hear you, mój drug, which means my friend. Yes, you are very welcome. Thank you so much. Yes, guys, if you have something in particular, it's very short, and you want my insight, you can highlight it with a super chat. I cannot give you a 20 minutes consultation, but I can give you the main idea. And of course, I'm gonna be looking for your comments right now. Thank you, certified quality. He's saying, trolls, ask yourself this. Is it worth getting yourself blocked for the lame comments you make? Excellent question, certified quality. Thank you. Somebody asks, are you in a happy relationship? I am not in a relationship because I don't believe in casual relationships, but I am considering uh, a potential partner for life from the suitors candidates that I have. I don't believe in committing to a man who doesn't know what he wants. I don't believe in committing to one man that you need to audition to and try to prove his worth to. I believe in a woman staying in her purity, staying in her not having the hormonal chemistry blinded glasses, and being able to be sober while she considers her option. Because I believe that when a man meets a woman he really wants, he knows. He doesn't need months, many months, many years to decipher. So I was engaged not so long ago, but that did not end the way, or they did not unfold the way I would like it to unfold. I do not believe in prolonging something that clearly is not up to satisfactory. A lot of people, when they get into relationships, they get flattered that they get proposed. A lot of ladies get very flattered, and they hoping once they get to know a man better, when they see that something is off, they think, well, I will change him. I don't have that superpower of changing him, so I always meet wonderful people, but when I know that it's not going to work, I am not trying to um, pretend as if I have power to change another person. But I also think that every experience in life gives us confidence, gives us understanding of ourselves. On this channel, I talk about dynamics. That's one of the most important things I talk about. Yeah, somebody asked, did you keep the ring? You want to know all my secrets, aren't you? Learn German for free. Hi, Veronica, you look so pretty. Where you live in? I live at home, which is currently and have been for a while in the United States. All right, let me see if I have any thoughtful comments. You know, if I will be single forever, I'll be okay with that, because I've already accomplished things I wanted, and if I help everyone else, and that's my mission in life, I'll be very happy, because there were some things that I wanted and I've already got them. So we'll see. We shall see. Thank you for worrying so much about my destiny. Dashi, do you speak English? Because your comment is in Russian, and if I respond to you in Russian, you won't understand a single word. Okay. Okay, spiritual me. If you think so, I don't mind. So you probably should not be wasting any time on my channel then, if my insights are so bad. All right, let me see. I missed some really good comments. You know, most women would be most women do not have the luxury to have the mindset that gives them opportunity to decipher and choose the best man, truly the man that God would for them. Most, not most, but many women would compromise their standards, compromise their beliefs just to be chosen. They would audition for their awards. They would do a lot of things. For me, I've already have, again, those things that were crucial for me. So sometimes when you have all you want, you have the time for things to unfold for you. There is no rush when you are looking for somebody to the rest of your life, you know, especially when you already had experience, especially when you already achieved certain very important milestones in your life. You are in a different category, you know. You are in a category when you have the luxury to do what you want. You are achieved. Again, I don't want to get too personal, but it's a wonderful place to be in when you don't have rush or pressure for anything. So, and as I said, it's also very satisfying when you can get to know men that are courting you and you are not involved with them in intimate relationships, because you can look at them with a clear eyes and you don't become a subject for a free trial. You look at all the candidates, all the suitors, you get to know them, and then you make your choice. And I would even say you let God reveal them and show who they are. I wish this for every woman, because we all have different timelines. Certain people already had a first or second family, life change, circumstances change. Not everyone meant to be with you for the entire duration of your life. So, you know, there are aspects and nuance to it. Somebody says the voice is hot. Thank you. Really appreciate all the thoughtful comments. Okay, Дэши, какие, по-вашему, самые большие трудности возникают при женитьбе, при свидании с русской женщиной? I will translate. What do you think the biggest challenges that appear with marriage or dating with a Russian, I would say Slavic woman? I would say the number one is what I'm talking today, is the leadership. A lot of American men kind of swayed towards the beta, mindset. So they kind of waiting for a woman to guide them, for a woman to take decisions, for a woman to be the initiator. The topic of this video: women are not initiators, they reciprocators. Oi. Oh my gosh, I apologize, guys. I have a phone call. 1 second. 1 second. It's on silence, but I need to respond. I need to respond to this. I'm just gonna send a text. I apologize. Write your question while I'm doing this. I have no reason to not share where I am in life. I feel that it's important. All right, 1 second. I let him know that I'm on live. I let okay. Perfect. Perfect. All right, let's see who we have. All right, let's see. Hello, hi Frankie, welcome. Thank you, Arne. Thank you, Antonio Masis. Our lives end soon, so maybe who cares? You know what? You know what? Who is that? Enjoy the woods, my dear Lord. I was on the road today and I listened to some of the updates, you know, like worldly updates about NATO, about the drones in NATO countries, and I'm like, we better live our life the best way possible. Let's see. Oh yeah, I have another super chat. Yay, let's see. I have another maybe question or comment. David, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. And let me read your message. I broke off an engagement a couple years ago. I found out our family values were not in alignment. Best decision I've ever made. Imagine if I would be trying to say, make something up or try to being dishonest. I don't see a reason for this because we all live a life and it's not always perfect. And definitely a relatable and relevant comment here. It is so important to not live life vicariously, to not live life through other people. Sometimes you make a commitment, you getting to know somebody, and then you have circumstance where the person gets revealed to you. It doesn't necessarily mean that they are the bad person. It doesn't necessarily mean that there is something negative about them, but very often what it means, and you see that you are not equally yoked, you are not aligned. And it is so important to have that honesty, because I completely understand, I don't, for example, post my relationships, my dates on the social media, but of course my close friends and family know. And it's a very painful and disappointing thing to say that, things are not going the way we were hoping to. We must go different, separate ways. So it's always a stretch, but it's always painful. It's always a trial. It's always disappointing. But I really appreciate you, David, sharing about this. There could be somebody listening right now that is feeling this. Like you say now, you're looking back and you say it's the best decision you've ever made because your family values were not in alignment. And you don't always know that the first month or two when you meet somebody. And sometimes you have a very strong chemistry. Sometimes you have, we are humans. We are drawn to other people. We want to feel the warmth. We want to feel the companionship. We want to feel those moments of connection. And sometimes you have everything. You have the chemistry, you have the connection. But if you think in long term and you don't align on values, on the foundational values, is going to be a very unfulfilling life. So I hope that David's comment would be an encouragement to someone who's suffering in silence and doesn't want to doesn't know what to do. Sometimes it happens, sometimes we, believe me, I know exactly how it feels, how painful it is, but it's part of our life. So it's important to have that honesty. Of course, I'm sorry to hear that, David, but I think that you're on the right path. I think that your time is now. I don't know, something tells me that your time is now, because you appear very intentional, and it appears that you are ready and know what you want in this life, and very realistic about it as well. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate it. And thank you for support, David. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate it. Okay, let's see if I can read some more comments. Yes, there is nothing shameful, about having things, in certain, we all have different timelines for things. Somebody sent me something on my Cashapp. One second. One second, I'm gonna read it. John, thank you so much, John, my all-time subscriber. John from Florida. He's saying that, Veronica, you have been always my go-to, and your advice have been always number one. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, I think we could maybe use some light now. Okay. I add a little bit light so I don't fade just yet. Melissa. Welcome, Melissa. And Melissa is saying, I just turned 40 and I'm ready to start dating with intent, not casually. I want to be cherished and taken care of, to have a man's man that I can be proud to be with. Am I wrong? No, you're absolutely right, and you are also on the right channel. You're absolutely right. I mean, you cannot be wrong if that is your desire. 1 second, guys. You can never ever be wrong with your heart desire, and I know that in today's world, in the internet world, in a feminist world, mainstream media world, it's like, oh wow, that is controversial. Why would you want the classic dynamic in your relationship? But I can tell you that you are I can tell you that you are, it appears to me that you have a deep rooted heart desire and there is nothing wrong with it. And I'm welcoming you here because I don't have as many ladies following me, but I have beautiful messages for the ladies too, because I think sometimes we just need reassurance, when everyone is going for casual things, for I am stronger, I want to be partners, I want to be equals. When it's a mainstream movement, some ladies feel very isolated, like there is something wrong with them. So yes, there are ladies who have standards, and if you see them with a man officially, that man had to prove himself through every step, have to win all the levels of resistance, and it's a beautiful thing. I believe that men love to be challenged, and women, genuine women, they love to be proud of their men they're with. It's the most beautiful, one of the most beautiful things in the world, is to be able to pick up a phone and brag to your girlfriend, brag to your mom, brag to your sister. And you're not just in a situationship, but you are with a man that is worth your time, your investment, your love, and all you want to do is brag about him. So yes. So join the club, Melissa. You are at a place where you will be always reassured that you absolutely right, because beautiful relationships have a place here. Will you ever allow someone to challenge your philosophy in front of your audience? Yes, of course. Go full ahead. Go full ahead. Doesn't mean that I change it, but challenge, of course. Why not? We're going to continue the legacy of an incredible man who had passed away for simply having whose life was taken for simply having a peaceful debate. So a peaceful debate is always welcome. I feel like this now, actually, more than ever. David, the time is definitely now. Yes, I love that for you. Thank you for sharing a little time of your day. Thank you, Monologic. I appreciate you. You're welcome, Melissa. Hi, Fuchsia. By the way, ladies, if you open your YouTube channel, you might get marriage offers every single day. I'm just saying. Well, maybe a YouTube channel is not for everyone, but I think that a lady should always have a place where she shows her the things that she truly enjoys. Maybe some kind of way of self-expression in a beautiful, elegant way. Because you never know who will be passing your page. There is no place for stupid duck lip selfies. I think that is very classless. But as women, we can always post beauty, ourselves wearing beautiful outfits, beautiful quotes, maybe videos about your day. You never know who will come across you, and who have been praying to meet you. Your husband somewhere is already praying that he will meet you one day. Just you, just the way you are. So yes, let's use the power of social media to be classy and to represent ourselves in the correct way. Thank you, Waldy. I'm doing very well. Thank you, Ass. Your eye. Thank you. Thank you, shoestring trucker. Oh my goodness. That's an interesting compliment, but thank you. I appreciate it. You are very you you have an impeccable attention to detail. Thank you. I'm sorry, I won't probably marry a man in India because I would love to travel to India possibly, but honestly, I cannot live in India. I'm sorry. I already lived in Middle East. I loved it, but every step was a challenge. I forgot to put my sorry guys. Sorry. I got a phone call again. I will call back. Somebody's calling to make sure that I am well, I got home well, everything is well with me. That is the power of a masculine protection. So before I marry anyone, I want to get to know the person. If I was streaming on a different phone, I would have actually picked up. And for the ladies who are watching me, that would be an example how a man, even if you're not engaged, or even he's one of the men that you're considering, is making sure that you are home, you're safe, you are good. It's so important, because when we blindly choose somebody, we don't understand their character. When we rush into relationships, when we become intimate with men without commitment, without engagement, we overlook their character. I know a lot of ladies that their own husbands do not check and making sure they can they arrived home safe. So ladies, keep it in mind. I hope I'm not frozen anymore. I'm telling all this, and I hope I'm not frozen anymore. Yes, actions speak louder than the words. I agree with that. A lot of people who are married are very lonely and very single. Feel. Maybe they're married on paper, but let this never be the case for you if you're watching my channel, please. Because I think that is the worst. Because people think that you are taken, you don't get any attention, you don't get any love, you don't get any care, but everybody else feels that you're taken, so you don't have any other options. It's better for a lady to keep your options open than commit to a man who doesn't know what he wants, who either have not chosen you, or said that he chosen you, even signed the papers, but does not give you the love and attention that you need and deserve. You are not frozen. Thank you, Fuchsia. I appreciate you. Thank you, darling. Because I went on this whole tangent, but the phone call, I was waiting until phone call goes through. I forgot to do the non disturb. That's why I have two phones. Like, people laugh at me, my friends laugh at me. They think that, like, that I deal, you know, like they say. I think in the US the drug dealers have the double phone, but I usually stream on one of these. And by the way, to my trolls, I actually do have a flip phone. My trolls always say that I have a flip phone, so you see, it's a flip phone. Actually, it's amazing how what a great photos this flip phone takes. I don't even edit photos now for my Instagram because this phone takes such beautiful photos that I don't edit them. I mean, usually I don't because it's already nice. Johnny Lunell says, hello there, young lady. I admire you, very direct and to the point. Thank you. Thank you so much. You do love money and you don't. Apparently you live off the you live under the you live in the forest of the grid. I don't know about love, but as I said before, I respect the financial abundance, and I think it's the fastest way to freedom. You say you don't care about money? Okay, then send me some so we can all see that you don't care. How do we know otherwise? Do you think you are pretty? I don't think, I know. As every woman who is watching me is pretty and beautiful. I have never seen a woman that was radiant, was feminine, and she wasn't beautiful. Yet to see that. The only woman that is not beautiful is a woman that she doesn't know that she's beautiful. Or a woman that, you know, went to a very high neglect of herself. Which I hope is nobody on this channel. And ladies, if you feel that you're losing the spark, you're losing your mojo, please start today. Start today putting that energy and love into yourself. Not into who didn't call you back, not into who didn't write you, respond you. Put that energy and love into you. Make sure you go to bed on time. Make sure that's something I'm trying to do. So we are in this together. Make sure you get your fresh air. Make sure you put in a beautiful outfit on or a beautiful color. Today I was trying to be a little I was not wearing one of my beautiful dresses because I needed to be more businesslike. So I had a blazer and this blue short. I was trying to mix in, you know, like not be too wild with my outfits. But generally I love my dresses. And I've heard from men that, oh, you know, you're gonna be this, you're gonna be that, you know, no man will pay attention to you. I've heard this so many times, and I have a bad news for those people who try to put you down, for you ladies as well, because not only men but women pay attention. So never give your feminine power. I don't care if you're 25, 35, 45, 55. Always look like it is the best day of your life. I agree, Melissa. Yes. I'm sure your grandma was gorgeous. Shiloh, hello, welcome. Thank you, CCGB. All right. All right, my dear friends. Let's see if I can find a decent comments. Again, I have great news for my long-time subscribers and everybody who decided and considering subscriber to the channel. Have an awesome news for you because I'm going to correlate the vertical streams and the horizontal streams. So we're gonna have a lot less trash. Sorry, but we have trash on this live. We're gonna have a lot less trash because horizontal lives don't get as many I mean, yes, horizontal lives don't get as many trolls, and we can focus on the topic better, and we can have a diversity of topics. You know, it's so funny to me. This is also important, ladies. When you have, for example, people and men who bother you, or people who tell you bad things, remember, they are still there looking at you. A lot of people, they don't understand how long I've been doing this. So they try to get under your skin and say some things. But remember, if you're in this position, people would not be bothering you if they would not admire you in some way. Your haters are your biggest fans. You know, once in a while I make stories on my Instagram. By the way, I have my glamour Instagram page. Feel free to follow. It's called Femininity and Furs. And I have also another page that have the same name. And I have people who I personally know that I have not talked to in years. They never put a like, they never put a comment, a heart, but they are first to run to my story. So, you know, never hello, never heart, never anything good, but they are first. They just like rush. They drop everything and rush to my stories. So just remember that you think your life sucks. Some people live to see you. You know, some of your trolls are your biggest fans. They are most dedicated fan you can dream of. And the only reason why they hate it because they really wish they could do this. They wish they could show their face on camera. They wish they would have not a dog photo, but photo of them. They wish they could connect to the world and say hello. But they can't. And they seen you doing it. It hurts. So ladies, don't be shy and put beautiful photos of yourself. Always. Hello, Lorenzo. I think it's about self-esteem and words. You sure seem to have it. Thank you, K Dark. And I want all the ladies and all the men being reminded of their power. And yes, for women, it's so important to have their self-worth and self-esteem. It's just something that is we actually are born with, but sometimes it's get beat out by certain people and circumstances. Trolls do this absolutely for attention, yes. Calabrians respect themselves, okay. Thank you, Nick. Okay, let's see how much time do I have. Let's see how much time. Okay, I have a few minutes. Okay. I'm your lover, not hater. But welcome, Nick. I'm glad to hear that. Let's see. Misery loves company. One unhappy people. Some only unhappy people love to discourage and demotivate others. Yes. So, you know, if you start in an endeavor, if you start in doing something, if you always dream to open this page, I don't know, maybe you love animals, maybe you want to open your fashion page, maybe your cooking page, always remember that. Have fun, most important. You know, you can be the ripest peach and people will have something negative to say, but when you live your life with open heart, with laughter, with joy, no matter who will speak badly about you, they gonna make a fool out of themselves because nobody gonna believe them. Thank you, K Dark. Well, trolls, David, trolls are the biggest fans. I'm telling you, they're always there. They drop everything they do just to check on you. So how could you be upset about it? Neil Campbell says, or Neil, maybe, let's get a coffee next week. Coffee next week. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Honestly, when you want to impress a woman, you probably shouldn't try to impress her with a coffee where she can get it in her home. Probably better made too. I'm just giving you an idea. You need to share something about you that would make her interested in you. Hello, Ayanda. Thank you. Welcome. Okay, let's see. Justin is in love. Justin, I know you love me. I know that. Trust me. I already noticed. Thank you, the situation. He says you are the perfect woman. Well, I know that there is a man for who I going to be the perfect woman. I know that. I've worked at a restaurant. When Muslim customers came to eat, I secretly put pork. Okay, good for you. I hope you're still alive. K Dark, you are a classy woman and human. Thank you, K Dark. I appreciate this. Thank you. If you can see it, that means that's a reflection. Yes, exactly. Excellent comment, Big Supreme. Excellent comment. Something that I have learned over the years is that the people who are below you in some way always try to tear you down by hating on you because it drops you to their level. Yes. Yes. People who are doing better than you in whatever area of life, they have no desire to troll you, to put you down, to call you names, to tell you that you're ugly, stupid, and whatever else. It's only the people who are below. They are just mortified because you make them look bad, and they hoping to distract you from your dream and from your goal. I had people writing me letters that I stopped this channel. I had people that stopped talking to me because my channel started grow again. Not everybody to celebrate, even when I get my channel monetized, I was so excited. And I told a couple of people, just a couple of my close people. And of course, people who are, there were great reactions from people who I know are excited, for all these options, for my channel being reinstated and all. But there were people that I was so eager to share, and they would just send me like, one smiley, or, like, or or change the subject, So I realized, we were taught in Slavic countries, for example, that the friend is someone who shares the pain, and it's true. It takes a lot from a person to share the pain with you, but a true friend is a person that is happy for your success or for your growth or for your tiny little progress because he knows it's big for you. They are just happy for you as they would be for themselves. Most people don't understand that love and happiness multiply when you share it. Love and happiness and joy multiply. When my friends and people I love tell me wonderful news in the morning that, they achieve something and they spend good time with somebody, it lifts me up as if it's happening to me. And that's how you know that you yourself, that we are ourselves are genuine friends. When somebody tells you an incredible news and you are happy for them, you are truly genuinely, like, your whole day, you just it's like multiplies. It's a beautiful feeling. And the second aspect is that even if your news or their news is something that you want, like, let's say your friend is getting married, they call you and say, hey, I just got engaged, I'm getting married. And if you are in a position where you dream to meet your husband or your wife and it's just haven't happened yet the way you would love it to be, find love in yourself to be genuinely, truly, and deeply happy. I believe that sometimes God is checking us out, is checking out our true intentions by giving our desires, things that we want for ourselves, to our friends and family and our close people. I truly believe in this. And unfortunately, I often see that people are not ready for it. They're not ready to, not always ready to be happy for the blessings that are given to somebody else before they given to you. So be so happy and so excited, and check in with yourself. Make sure that you are happy, truly, genuinely, for somebody who is getting the blessing that you want. You will get it as well, but you have to be present for somebody else who is getting. There are certain things in my life that I want, or maybe wanted before, and when I see somebody else getting them at this point in my life, it just reinstated my face that this is possible. It's possible. It's there and it's possible. It just happened. How do you get a classy woman if coffee date is not a good starter? It's not that necessarily coffee date is not a good starter. It really depends on what are you trying to achieve. uh, when you meet a lady for the first time, sometimes coffee date can suggest that you don't want to put effort and investment up front, to take a lady to a nice place. And if you meet a lady who is very high level in some ways, that she's she's really special, uh, you will feel bad yourself that she came and maybe wore like a beautiful outfit and did all this, and only to have 10-minute coffee with you. So in certain circumstance, a coffee date maybe could be okay. Maybe you're going to a park, then you go to coffee date, then you go to museum, then you go have some lunch. You just have to understand that you need to match the effort. So for a woman that is feminine like me, I usually would get dressed, do my hair, do my makeup, do all of this. And if somebody only wants to see me for the short time, I would be wondering why they would not to get more of me. Why they have such a tiny plan. If you audition a woman, you should not do it with a coffee date. You should do it in the other way. You should follow your intuition, because she might take it as a low effort. It really, really depends on the circumstance, because sometimes coffee date could be just a part of a whole day that you planned. Because last thing you want is to invite a lady and have her go very soon. You know what I mean? You guys, 1 second. 1 second. All right. All right. All right. I'm losing. All right. I'm losing my light. Yeah, it's a bit crazy. Okay, guys, we're gonna be wrapping up. Thank you for subscribing. 1967 Ford Mustang. I have subscribed to you. Thank you. I'm glad to have you here. Yeah, so you just don't want to look like you are low effort. Are you a life coach? Well, I guess you can call it that in a way. I guess I could say that. Oh, by the way, could you please share, maybe you already did share, CCGB, could you share my membership link? A lot of people who have iPhones cannot see the membership link. They were messaging me about it. I am from Las Vegas. I'm on a pub here. A pub. Okay, nice. This is very interesting. I'm sure you're meeting very unusual and interesting people. I have not been to Las Vegas yet. I know it's a lot about entertainment. I love concerts, but I don't care for casinos. I don't care for clubs. I like performances and concerts. Ironically, sometimes haters are distant family and superficial friends. Yes. Yes. Unfortunately. I've had that. Yes. Thank you, Robert Garcia. Yes, I agree with you. Thank you, Justin. You have a pure heart. That's why your perspective is like this one on sharing happiness. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sure you do too. Thank you. All right. Um, I would think you put me in the friend zone. What do you mean, Melissa? Match the effort. Good advice. Yeah, it's not that you necessarily matching the effort. It's kind of hard to count, but you have to look at the circumstance. Maybe if that person is very busy and they give you an idea that the very best you can get from them is to have them on a coffee date, then maybe this lady, she's in a rush, she's traveling or something else. But usually 9 out of 10, I'm gonna tell you behind the scenes, most of my ladies friends tell me that they get very disappointed when they get invited to a coffee date, because to them it suggests that low effort, that the guy does not understand how you want to seize the opportunity. You want to have only one chance to make first impression. So when you suggest a coffee date, it could means that you don't see the luck that you are getting to spend time with this lady. That's it. So it's very individual. Yes, a woman does not to be auditioned, because when a man approaching a woman, when he's has been considering her, he already knows. He already knows that she's exactly what he wants. So there is no reason to be auditioned. Oh man, I'm sorry guys, I have to switch my camera again. All right, my light is fading. So last minute questions, last minute comments. Yeah, beautiful advice. Go on a hike, go have something to eat, then refresh, go to a show. Yes. If you happen to meet the woman that is really special, you know that she is. Don't waste your chance. Don't waste your chance on the low effort things. You have to do the most. You can say, hey, I noticed that the men that really are into you, they would start planning next dates on on the first date. They'd be like, yeah, by the way, what are you doing on the 15th? Yeah, there is that performance. What are you doing on the 17th? Yeah, there is this car show. And it's so beautiful when a man trying to secure more dates with you. Sometimes you have a whole day and it's always so fun to go on all day date, because you can have a lot of fun together, and get to know each other. There are parks, museums, events, car shows. I don't know, so much to see. Thank you, James. I appreciate the kind words. Um, James says, love your voice. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm fading in the dark. I'm gonna be the dark. Hi, hi, Veronica. What's going on? Not much. Just communicating. Um, yes. If a coffee date is part of the date, part of the day is absolutely fine, especially if it's in the morning. It's getting dark. Yes, it is. But I'm really enjoying it, and I have time. I'm waiting for a phone call, so I have time till then. A coffee date can put you in a friend zone. Yes. Honestly, you need to know again who you're talking to. I have never been invited on a coffee date. So I don't know how I would react. It really depends. I mean, if I have an airplane, if I need to hop on a plane, I would accept a coffee date. Other than that, I would just think that this man is not really interested because he doesn't want to spend time with me. So it must be part of a bigger plan. CCGB, darling, thank you. Thank you so much. Could you please drop once again the membership link? Because I just got a message on my phone, an email request for membership. Because I don't know why iPhone doesn't show it. But I know you're working hard enough, so thank you. Maybe you already did, so thank you. It seems like it's getting dark for you. I am at a safe place, trust me. Hello, Esther Van Horn. Welcome, thank you. 8-10 women are not streaming by choice. What do you mean by this? You're saying that I'm streaming by force? Are you into opera performances, live theater, or just mainstream concert? Oh my gosh, I love performances, like live performances. I love it. It's something I grew up with, and I'm going to Great Gatsby next Saturday. I'm going to Great Gatsby on this coming Saturday, actually. I'm so excited. And I love great concerts, but I don't like too much crowd. I don't like crowds, so it depends who is performing. So I love concerts with assigned seats. And yeah, I love beauty, art. I'm already in America, baby. Melissa is saying, it tells me he may not be willing to really pursue, get to know me. If it's a part of a date, I would be different. Yes. Yes. Yes, David agrees with you. This is what I want, but she didn't really care about this. I don't know. Greetings from Germany. Hello, Germany. It's about giving genuine and good value to the special woman. Yes, it's true. It's true. Again, if I meet with somebody on vacation and they are very busy and, we only have half an hour, 20 minutes because we have plans, our days are super busy. So, it is. Somebody says, shut me out and I will donate. I'll shut you out anyway. Hi, aliens. Welcome. Yes, David. Okay, Hunter, I believe you. Okay, Dark, ask what's your ideal first date? It really depends time of the year, circumstance you meet the person, where you are, but probably just a light-hearted conversation. Maybe some beautiful place with beautiful views. Oh, it's ideal. Whether it's going somewhere, maybe like a beautiful place. It could be like a sculpture park, a park, something special. I don't know, or maybe like a restaurant with a view already. I love views. I don't care even if the food is trash. Okay, maybe not trash, but the most important is the feeling, the maybe a little bit of live music, views. So, but I don't mind to go for a walk, before the dinner, or sit somewhere with a beautiful view, or see some, if you're traveling, see some place of interest and then go and share a meal. And most importantly, laughter. I like ambience. I love candlelight. I love views. I know I saw that 3 times already. So I'm very classic. I don't really, I'm not really for some extra, very extravagant first dates, because it distracts from the person. When I was consulting men a lot who were dating Ukrainian women, some of them were trying to impress ladies with a very extravagant dates. And I really think that in the beginning it's not needed, because you want somebody to get to know you a little bit. I'm fading, guys, fading in the dark. Yes, I think it really distracts from the person. You can do that once you get to know a person better. You are very soft spoken and direct, but in a polite, beautiful way. Thank you. I appreciate that feedback. Thank you. Low key good advice. Thank you, Abdul. Where are you from? I'm originally from Kiev, Ukraine. Hi, you're quite attractive, but when you work, what sort of work do you do? That's a crazy question. You need to watch my channel, okay? Never ask a woman if you, especially if you find her attractive, what kind of work does she do, because it's irrelevant unless you are casting for a co-worker. That's number one. Number two, you are joining a video right now. My YouTube channel is one of the things that I love and one of the things that I do actually. But never ask a woman this question, because her womanhood has nothing to do with your occupation. This is how you actually lose about 50 to 70 to 80% of attraction when a man like well, you're pretty, but like, what do you do for a living? Nothing. Waiting for a husband to provide. Most people have an occupation in their life, but never ask a woman about her job, because if she does something that she loves, she will tell you herself. But when you ask a woman about a job, why? You kill the polarity, you kill the attraction. It's like you invited her for the interview. I'm just using this comment as a teachable example, so Billy, don't freak out. I'm using this comment as a teachable example. You not came for a job interview. You don't need to know her work experience, and you know, you don't need all of that. If you're looking for a woman, you need to be interested who she is as a woman. Would she be a good wife? Thank you, CCGB. I love women from Europe. They don't fear new things. Well, there is that for sure, especially from Eastern Europe. That's 100%. Yes, Melissa says absolutely. Watching the sunset over good food. Oh, and genuine laughs. Yes. I also used to live in my car. Good for you. How about a less extravagant place like McDonald's? That would be no and a block button. You know why? Because I don't know if I've been here for 17 years. I've been in McDonald's twice when I was stranded on the road. I don't eat trash by myself, so I would not eat trash with a man. If a man would invite me to McDonald's, yes, I most likely will never see him again. I will never respond, because I don't eat garbage. I'm sorry. He can enjoy garbage on his own if that's what he prefers. So yes, go see what you can get there. It's literally poison. Yes. Fuchsia says it's not even edible. Yes. Yeah, I'd rather eat nothing. Sorry for the typo. Yeah, it's all good. Thank you, K Dark. She's a coach, I guess. It's written on the channel. Also, it's impolite to ask intrusive questions like occupation or age from women. Yes. And I even think that it's not even that polite to ask from a man. You know, when when I'm socializing and I'm meeting people and men and women, I don't ask, so how much do you make? Like, where do you live? What's your career? I mean, you didn't come there for interview. Use your imagination when you ask questions, you know? Use your imagination. It's not a bad thing. We have it for a reason, you know. Okay, James, good for you. You need to connect to the woman and her femininity and the value she could provide to you and your kids if you plan to marry her. Yes, why would you ask her about her job? This will, even if she's a working woman and she has a job, this is not something that's gonna create interest, tension. It's gonna put you in a stress mode because she will think about her boss and not you. I like walks after dinner. Yes, I think it depends on hunger. So if you're not hungry before dinner, it's nice to go for a little walk or sightseeing. If you ate a bit too much after dinner, it's nice to go and get some fresh air. Yes. Yes, as long as it's not too windy. Exactly. I know what you mean. Work is the last thing I would talk about on a date with a woman unless she's asking me. Yeah, ladies, I also think that asking a man like a direct question, so like, like what do you do for a living? I think it's pretty rude. You can have a conversation that will lead where a man would open up about his life, what he does, and so on and so forth. I'm from Ukraine, those who are dying to know. Yeah, McDonald's is so unhealthy. I literally, 17 years in US, I've been in McDonald's twice. One time I got coffee, one time I was starving and I had an issue with my car and was only one thing open and I had a chicken wrap. And I was happy I didn't die. I didn't know what was worse, the issue with the car or eating that. Cooking at home is preferable. Yes, I actually love home food. But the thing is that sometimes you just want to have some romance and go out and be served. So if you go out, it's better to go less time but to nicer places, to my opinion. A man needs to cook and clean to pull his weight around the house and help pay bills. Derek, I like how you think. I think it's very sexy, honestly, when very attractive when a man not shying away and actually leads and loves to clean and cook. Guess what? If you like to take care of the house and cook and clean, guess what? You give a woman time to rest. You give a woman time to beautify herself, to glamorize herself, to put her lipstick, to put her pretty dress, to make her hair. I love a man who loves, enjoys the domestic labor because a woman could use time to rest and then show up as a beautiful international woman of mystery, as one person used to say, rather than like, what day is today? Is it Tuesday? Is it Thursday? Oh, it's Saturday. Wow. I've been doing so much housework that I don't even know. Women who are stuck in the domestic labor, they very quickly lose their beauty. And men have more energy, more strengths. Hi, Vinny. Do you have a pet bear? No, but I wish. I love bears. I love pandas. Okay, skipping the crazy questions. Не хочеш, щоб ти думала, що я до тебе залицяюсь, але ти викликаєш. Ти коли-небудь викликала ревнощі у жінок, бо тобі не потрібно багато макіяжу? Є. Дуже часто. So if somebody is asking me in Ukrainian, I will respond in Ukrainian. So hopefully you know what I say. Це трапляється часто, але все добре. You're so hot and gorgeous. I'm chef, and I will let you rest. Thank you, Vinny. Thank you, Vinny. I'm impressed. Well, I'm not actually. I got to see it to believe it, Thank you, Michael. Magoski, appreciate it. My ex-Romanian ghosted me. It was disrespectful and shocking. Then she made 5 different burner fake accounts on Telegram to try to befriend me. It was very weird. I ignored. It's been 4 months. I'm sorry to hear that. It's not even worse of it's not even worse to pun to sink on too much, because if somebody is insecure or has all these issues, mm, we are too grown. I don't know how old you are, but we are too grown for that. It's not worth the time if somebody doing the game stuff. No, no, we are not in the. I assume you are not in the middle school. That's a middle school thing. High school at the most. Hey panda. As soon as I said I love pandas, we got one on the chat. Wow. You need me to say, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Call who you want, Joseph. There is nothing better than to snuggle at night. Well, it was the right person, yes. You got a face for glazing? I don't know what glazing is. Where are you from now? I already said it a million times. From Eastern Europe. I'm from Kiev, Ukraine originally. What is going on here? We are just having fun. Reciprocate me. Alright, so if you joined me late, this video today was about, I was talking about dynamics. I was talking about the women are not initiators. Women are not pursuers. Women don't want to be leaders in relationships. Women want to be led. Men are leaders. Men are decision takers. And it's the most beautiful thing in the world to experience for a woman is to be with a man who understands these roles and take pride in them. I don't know anything more beautiful than that. Do you like Ukrainian men who were born in the United States and how they differ from those born in Ukraine, as opposed to men born in Ukraine living in the United States? There is a real distinction. That's a great question. You know, I might respond to it in another video because it's a whole big question. Yes, there is a lot of difference. That's it. I'm gonna remember this question and I will address it because it's a big question, but yes. It's gonna be, of course, a generalization, but there is definitely difference. Absolutely. Excellent observation. I would say both could be great, but I think those who are born in the United States probably would be expecting less of never ending domestic labor and would be more open to respect gender roles, but also feel like it's okay to also help a lady, you know, when you have children, when you have some housework, because men who were born in Ukraine, a lot of times they feel that no domestic labor should be touched, and this is what ruins many relationships. On the other hand, not everybody like this. You know, there are men everywhere that understand that, you know, woman is a human being. And just because she's better with a child, just because she's better in organizing the home, doesn't mean that she should be the one always doing it, because it definitely kills polarity, kills romance. But I think if both raised in a good families, I think it could be, you know, a good man with that Slavic core. We do love men with that strong core. I must admit, I love that masculinity. There is no BS, no questions. What do you like? What do you? Our men, they just know how to court. If one thing American men could learn from Slavic men, they know how to lead and they know how to court. I could write a book on courting when I was in Ukraine. So there is that. I will be your panda. You would be worth a plane ticket. You're a great woman. I'm looking for one like you. Darling, I worth a lot more than a plane ticket. I can tell you that. Thank you, but that's a very bad comment. I see my worth a lot higher than a plane ticket. I can get 10 plane tickets and then what? What if the woman ghosts you and play games, then expect you to chase? Is that wrong and immature? Isn't that wrong? Yeah, it is. Get another one. Get the one that would see the value in you. I don't recommend it. Mm-mm. It means some issues. I don't know about you. In my relationships and my connection, I don't want to be a coach. I don't want to be a psychiatrist. I want to enjoy the ride. So I want to enjoy getting to know somebody. The moment somebody start to play games, um, you should respect yourself more. You should love yourself more than breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs are not the whole meal. Oh, my connection is lost? Okay, hot take. Being with the same person forever, it's hard and unnecessary. It's okay to have SAX partners and move on. I don't know. Is it okay? Yes, I was happy I didn't die. Yes, Fuchsia. Yes, exactly. That's my exact thought process. I thought I'm gonna have like some kind of stomach ache. It's not a hot take. Most people cannot be. There are people that cannot be faithful, and that's a whole different subject. Thank you, K Dark. I appreciate it. All right, we're gonna wrap up. So many people now when I have to wrap up. So if you want me to stay, it will require a at least a couple super chats, or we're gonna finish in about 5 minutes. Either one is fine. Either one is fine, but too many comments when I gotta go. That's what I'm saying. A man should want to share all things in a relationship, from shopping, it's fun together, cleaning, to compromise. To an extent, yes. Having empathy and having joint interest is good. Do you think modern women would go back to being more traditional wives, cooking, cleaning, taking care of children, rather than having their own jobs? I think it depends on time in your life. When you are about to have children, it's very hard to keep working and have children. I think most women would like to at least be home when their children are small, so they can give them love, they can get sleep, they can give them decent attention and food, and so on. So, but it depends on a woman. I want to make sometimes an experience and go and ask working women, just take a mic and ask, would you rather be at work or would you rather be at home? I think that 60-70% of women who have small children would rather be at home. But it would be an interesting experience to see. And I think you can have both when your children are bigger, because some women have ambition. It's just a man should not count on a woman's income. If a woman working, let her have that money, let her have her little savings, let her have her little dresses, let her have her little hairpins and lipstick. Don't count on her money. But if she wants to work, let her work. All right, so couple more minutes. um how to lead, take an initiative in everything. They reversed it here. Courting is frowned upon now. I don't know. Not frowned upon in my surrounding whatsoever. I don't also, you don't have to live by someone's ideas. If that's what you want, you can have it. Like nobody can come and make rules in your own home or for your own life. Just because mainstream people run around and have casual relationships and have baby mamas and baby papas, like, doesn't mean you should have it. Joseph, go get fresh air, darling. Go get fresh air. You'll need it. You'll need it. Okay? They're coming for your mama. That's what they are doing. So make sure your mom is safe, hidden in your basement. Because she's already embarrassed. She had you after all the suffering she had to go through. She had you. So that's too bad. She had a child that grew into a man who is insulting a woman online. So I would be so embarrassed. I would say, you're no longer my son. All right, darlings. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I gotta go. Real women don't play games. There is no need to play games. No time for it. You can be flirtatious. You can have fun. But playing games, try to pretend it's... We are not in a middle school. Thank you, the great. Thank you. Yes, monogamy takes a lot of responsibility and strength and dedication. It isn't for the weak. I'll tell you that. Do you ever feel pathetic? I don't, but I bet you do. All right, darlings. Thank you so much. Somebody just sent me a little Cashapp. So, George. Okay, let me see. George. I'm sorry, I cannot see it right now. George, thank you so much for the Cashapp. He said, please don't go. Thank you, George. Has the war changed the Ukrainian man? In the past, there was some complaint of Ukrainian men being more friendly with alcohol than his female partner. I don't know. The war changed everything. I don't want to talk about the war today. I'm sorry. Please don't ask me about it right now. Never been married. That's okay. Thanks. Yes, thank you, darling. Thank you. Thank you, CCGB. You're awesome. I'm still here. I just got. I'm trying to finish all the comments. Norse group call says, ha ha ha, she's based. Go get some fresh air. Yes, fresh air is good, right? I know, Justin. I know you do. What not to love, right? Russell in the house, member in the house, joining all of us. Thank you, Russell. You're joining at the very end, but thank you for stopping by. Great to see you. Drive safely. Don't worry. I'm good. I'm good. No games. Here we are adults. I insist the man has to be who leads in a relationship. Yes. What is the point if man doesn't lead? Like, we already have girlfriends. So, we already have girlfriends. Mic drop. Thanks, David. Like emotional support, always, you might have a pet, you might have a girlfriend. So if man doesn't lead, not much else could be done. That's the number one important thing. Thank you, darling. Thank you, Shari. I hope I'm not holding you back. I'm gonna be coming to live when I came because by the way, I'm not so sure tomorrow. We might have to skip tomorrow because I'm having some commitments tomorrow, so doing it all today, guys. Thank you. Don't forget to put some nice likes. You're a beautiful woman inside out. Oh, thank you. Any man would be lucky to have you as his wife. Thank you, K Dark. I appreciate it. Don't try to understand a woman, just try to understand a situation. I would say don't try to understand a woman, just love her before you understand her. That's all we need. You can try your entire life to understand and you still may not. Love her first. Women don't necessarily want to be loved. They number one, women don't necessarily want to be understood by a man. They want to be loved. And understanding will come as a side effect with time. I say love before the understanding. It's a complex subject to understand a woman, but that's why you have me. If you need to decode a lady behavior, reach out to me. I will help you. Many men reach out to me when they don't know whether or not they should keep pursuing a woman. When she gives signs to keep pursuing and when she gives signs to stop pursuing. So feel free to reach out to me. If you need to decode a woman, I'm here for you because that's something that I love doing. Thank you so much for the kind words. I really appreciate. Yes, you're a little late today, Russell, but that's okay. I am good. Thank you, guys. Yes, men does lead in the ballroom dancing. Yes. Are you staying in USA or planning to go to Ukraine when it comes down? I'm an American citizen, Lee, so you can guess the answer. I'm a medical student and was very stressed. Came across your live stream. I'm glad you enjoyed the live stream and good luck with your career and with your studying. It's very hard. So I'm glad you enjoyed the live stream as your entertainment. I'm very honored. I feel nurtured and kind of happy. So thank you and be safe. Thank you. I appreciate it. I hope to see you on my next live. Yes, I'm gonna be doing some lives. That's gonna be horizontal and less people gonna be there, but it will be cleaner. You're pretty wise for your use. Thank you, George. Hey, I appreciate it. It's better than it's better than the otherwise. Thank you. You are such a gentleman. I appreciate this compliment. Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you, CCGB. Thank you, Shari. All right, my darlings. Okay, I want to say thank you again for the Cashapp. Thank you guys for the super chats. Thank you for the likes, kind comments, disturbing comments. Now we know what we're dealing with. Nevertheless, I hope you got something out of this life. If I missed your comment and you put all your heart and soul into it, please write your thoughts in the comments below under the video, so I will respond to your comment or answer your question. Thank you, Fuchsia. Good night. Good night, David. K Dark, thank you for stopping by. Melissa, welcome. Hope to see you next time as well. I love having these conversations. Good night, Russell and CCGB. Shari, my darling, thank you for being with me for all this time. I will see you very soon. Remember, women are reciprocators and men are the leaders. That's the best way how our society, but especially our relationships works. There cannot be two leaders in one relationship. I will see you very soon and thank you for stopping by. Join the channel if you like to be an insider and see the membership. See what membership offers. Bye bye. See you soon. Thank you all. Thank you all.